It's the weekend. It's Mailbag. I am joined on this fine Saturday morning by an all-star, probably a decent five-a-side lineup too. It's me with Warren, Paul, Ed, and Foxy. If you were a five-a-side team, who's going where? I don't mind going in goal.
I'll just pivot at centre back.
Like Foxy.
I'll just pivot there. I'm all right in that position in five-a-side because I'll just get the ball and give it to you more talented lads.
Centre mid.
Centre mid, but play one in the 45.
The centre mid, but a very immobile centre mid, just kind of standing there looking about. I'll do the Sigurdsson pointing thing.
Yeah,
go there. I'll just
the Jan Moldy role, basically.
Oh, Jesus Christ, if anyone's Jan Moldy, mate, it's me, isn't it, surely?
Morgan, are you up front?
Mate, no. Yeah. I couldn't score in a brothel, mate. I'm the assister, and I don't mean like I'll wear different clothes.
Oh, that escalated. Ed, are you going up front? Here, mate?
The good news is that I am a centre forward, so we've got a good structure here.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I'll be the yak. Feed me, and I'll try to score.
Get it. With a supply line of Foxy and Dargan. That's it.
What more could you want?
Right. Oh, yeah, the housekeeping thing. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you're listening on Patreon, subscribe to YouTube. And if you're not subscribed to Patreon and you can, please do that. That'd be nice. Right. What are you most looking forward to next season? This is the hot topic this week because I'm getting quite excited about the new ground. So, Foxy, what are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to next season. So I said before, but we got season tickets for the first time. So we got 3 season tickets in the family stand, which will be awesome. So going when you want to go and having your own seats, and Ed will know the difficulties from last year trying to get a seat for certain games. So I'm very much looking forward to not going through that palaver for each game. Ed, you have my sympathies. I'm hopeful that the system is better for you this time if you're still going through that. But having our own place, which will be awesome.
I mean, I'm delighted for you, Foxy. It's great. I'm glad to hear you got your season ticket. I think, from my perspective as someone who's still on the waiting list, I'm taking it as a positive, and I'm looking forward to this season to my own little merry-go-round of finding out who I nab tickets off every week. I feel like I might be the first person to do a tour of the whole stadium. So I'll let you all know where the best seat is.
Hey, there is a good chance of that, isn't there? You could have one in each bit.
I've already had 3 or 4 people come up to me and say, "Oh, if I can't go, you can have my ticket," and they're all in different places. So I think I could do a nice 360.
Dave's always good for that, so you could be by us in our little bit, and then I think Matt's Flusk's over in the other corner to us. So, Dog, you're by us, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm about 6 or 7 rows behind. And Ed, yeah, you can certainly have mine when I can't go as well.
Oh. So there's your Derby ticket sorted anyway.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I'll give that to me brother, don't I? So I'll go the first one at Bramley Moor, and then I won't go the next 28 or whatever it is, however long I've got left. When my blood tests come in next week, I'll know.
What about when we battered them 5-0 in the first Goodison Derby? You're going to have to go. If you've gone to that, you're going to have to go to all of them then, aren't you?
I won 12 league titles and 6 Champions Leagues on Football Manager, and I still didn't beat Liverpool 5-0, so it's not happening in real life either.
Paul, what are you most looking forward to then?
Winning the treble, obviously. No, just like, a bit more optimism, a bit more, I don't know, of getting back to being able to actually attract that higher tier of player. No disrespect to the lads who kept us up and whatever, but you want to be looking downwards, don't you? In terms of the league, and I don't see any reason why they can't. And I'm not being optimistic or too optimistic, but I'll stick with what I said actually before last season was about 10th to 14th. I'm not looking for to blast through the ceiling too much. There's no point just because we're in a new ground in thinking, because to be fair, even with Moyes' best squads, he always had pretty slow starts. And now that it seems that we're not going to make any signings until the new financial year starts on the 1st of July. And even then, it'll be the 1st of August, probably. it's then how many you bet in, take to America, you bring back and whatever. So I'm just looking forward to, actually not worrying and thinking, God, is it going to be this season? But hopefully this season, you're just punching up towards Europe. And it seems like 19 out of 20 Premier League teams get in Europe now, don't they, with all these mad rules? We've actually got a chance. If we stay in the league, I think we'll be going to Lille away again.
All 3 million of us.
Yeah.
Looking forward to a nice little bit of normality, please, just for once. It's not too much, is it? Warren, what about you?
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about this on the weekly, and it was just nice hearing everyone at the minute talking in a positive way regarding Everton. And I think for so many years now, we've been looking over our shoulder at the threat of relegation and also the threat of PSR and all that nonsense. So it's actually just nice to be talking about it in a positive way. I think we're all quite realistic in knowing that we're not going to, just because we're in a new ground, blow everyone away and all of a sudden we're a top 6 team. I think we're quite realistic to that. But at the same time, I think for so many years now we've had that natural Evertonian pessimism, which is only fair because we've had to deal with so much crap over the last 30 years. But I think, like I've said this numerous times now, but if we can't get excited now and we can't, look forward to something that's going to be a bit different and more positive, then what's the point in even supporting the football team? Everything seems to be heading in the right direction. So, look, it could all fall flat on its face. Of course it could, but, we've had so many false dawns. I think that we're allowed to get up for this new dawn, I suppose, and get excited about it. So I'm excited just for the club at the minute seems to be on the right foot, and for so long we've craved that, and it finally look like we're there. So I'm just excited for Everton going into not just this new season but beyond to see what hopefully we can do.
Yeah, definitely can't say fairer than that. Yeah, I think I'm just looking forward to the whole thing, really, because like you say, if we can't be optimistic now, when can we be? And just the whole new finding your way around the new sort of match day experience and the new match day ritual sort of bed and all that, and seeing more of Foxy, if I'm honest, because every other week now, mate, not gonna be able to get rid of him. Just all that. It is something to just like completely look forward to. Tangled Up in Blue said, I am most looking forward to the smooth transport options to and from Bramley Moor, with happy Evertonians smiling all the way there and back, regardless of result or weather. It's going to be magical, isn't it? Oh, yeah. And Dan, being able to watch a home game without stretching my neck to see beyond the posts, but in a weird way, I'm going to miss them posts at Goodison. That is going to be weird. I think we're all going to miss our old view to a degree.
I'm still on a Goodison hangover. Goodison hangover. I think it'll take me a while to get over Goodison. I was only looking the other day. I haven't, obviously it's been a month or whatever it's been now. I was only looking the other day at the pictures again, and I was just thinking, that's it. That's it gone. Well, when I say gone, it's not gone, is it? Of course it's not. But in the way that we knew it, it's gone. But I am, talking about what are we looking forward to most next season. I can't wait to get to that first women's game at Goodison. That'll be a momentous occasion in itself. That'll be brilliant. So I'm really looking forward to that and having a little flavour of the olds again in terms of the stadium. But that'll be great, and that's obviously great for the women's team as well. So that'll be exciting.
Don't you think? Right, just quickly on that final day at Goodison, looking back on the pictures now, it already just feels like a proper moment in time, and to me, looking back on those pictures, it feels like looking back on pictures from when I was a kid. It's like it's already that sort of huge memory that's been banked, and I already look back at those pictures with a bit of nostalgia. It's weird. I don't know if anyone else feels the same.
Yeah, I think kind of to Warren's point before, there's so much change. If we were to go back 6 months ago, there's almost no one in the club who was running the club 6 months ago who's still there now. And we're kind of going through this massive transition at the moment, and leaving Goodison is part of that journey of massive transition. And we're now kind of looking forward. We'll probably talk about it in a bit, like the new management structure that's coming in, the new ground. I don't. It just feels like there's a split. Like there's an old Everton and a new Everton. And I think because we're getting all the announcements coming out, we're now in the phase of the new Everton, the new exciting Everton, the new how much money can we make, frankly? Where can we pitch ourselves as a kind of Premier League club? And we're now looking forward, and everything that was good, great. But it's very much in the past tense for me now anyway. And I think it's just that kind of transformation bit we're going through. So I agree, Les. I mean, I wasn't there for the last game, but my last game, I think, was Ipswich. It does feel like an old Everton. And now we've got this exciting thing, shiny stadium on the river to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely. I tell you what, we will move on to that question now then from Maggie. So, Where's it gone? I've lost it. I'll read it off this.
I think it's that
Who
one.
else of the new Everton appointments are you most excited about thematically? Who would do the best barbecue? So we'll go with the first one. Yes, so all these new people coming in, I don't know much about any of them. We've got Nick Cox. I'll find the journal quote about that. It said something like Everton was so desperate for Cox that they like, do not phrase it like that, please. But he went with it. Yeah, apparently we were so desperate for Cox we were going to wait for his garden and leave and everything. But there you go. James Smith, Chris Howard, and Nick Hammond. I like the sound of Nick Hammond. It's a good solid name, that. Don't know what he does.
Wasn't he? Didn't he used to play in goal for Swindon? Nicky Hammond.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, brother of Albert Hammond Jr. from the Strokes as well, apparently.
And that Hammond's organ.
Yeah. Oh, Nick Hammond and his organ. Sounds a bit like a visual.
Oh, God. What a Nick Cox. Oh, Jesus.
We don't need Dave on this one, do we? We're done.
Yeah. Right, Ed, are you most, out of any appointments, doesn't have to be any of those fellas, what are you like most excited about? Anyone?
No, none. Sorry, no. I'm putting my foot down. I cannot. I hate all this earnest discourse about pen pushers behind the scenes. I hate the David Ornstein breaking news about some director of whatever doing some stupid new role at some stupid club. I don't care. I do not care. You can tell me about players. We'll talk about players, managers, all that stuff. But just sit behind your desk, do your icebreaker questions with your new colleagues, work out your email password, go do whatever you're doing. I don't know, So it's just not for me. It sounds like all these guys did good jobs at other clubs that are, a bit more put together than we are. So if they're all working together, then great. That's all I can say.
So does a sentence containing key positions in Everton's football leadership team not excite you?
Sound like a Lampard.
We just got the most deadpan Ed face ever there. It was incredible. Warren?
Do you know what? When the story about Nick Cox broke the other day, I said this on the weekly as well, like not specifically him, but it to me it was like, right, we're finally getting stuff sorted behind the scenes. We're finally getting, people in place who seem to have an idea of what they're doing, which again we've craved for so long. So I was going from that point of view. Yeah, do you know what? It's nice to actually have this. It's exciting to actually have a structure behind the scenes. And I asked the question to Keith on weekly, and Keith basically gave the same answer as Ed. I don't care. I'm not bothered. I've had so many people who've how good was Marshall Brand supposed to be? How good was X and Y supposed to be? And what happened with them? And I think it's right. Do you know what? I think football now is too much about, isn't it? All these people who we're not supposed to care about and making big stories about. And it should be, as Ed's quite rightly said, about the players and about the managers. I think that the trouble because of Everton has been, because we've had it so chaotic and like a circus going off the pitch for so many years now. When we have some sort of structure behind the scenes, we get excited about it because we don't know what it's like and we haven't had it for so long. But I think the best thing that those 4 new appointments can do is that I've heard the names this week and I don't want to ever hear the names again. That's the best thing that they can do, because that means they're doing a good job. If we keep hearing about them every other week and about what they're not doing and what they're not getting up to, that means we're hearing more and more of them, which means they're not doing a good job. So I think I'll use the phrase that the Freakins themselves used when they first acquired the club, which was actions speak louder than words. So hopefully these 4 new appointments can put their actions into place rather than we're hearing about them all the time. So that's my view on it anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of words as well, did you see the quotes from Angus Kinnear about these new appointments? Like, what in the LinkedIn was that? Honestly,
is it on the club site?
Yeah, it is. Just
right.
This is what grinds my gears, to be honest. It's too much business speak. Do
you know what, Ed? These people can't win, and I'll tell you why. Because I was only reading, I think it was yesterday, when we hired Marcel Brands that time, and bless him, Ken Wright used the quote of, "It took one walk around the stadium and a blast of Z cars, and he was in." So like you can't, you go with the LinkedIn and you go with the emotional, but just get on with the job, isn't it? Just do it. Just do what you're hired to do.
I think all I ask is that none of them dress like Marcel Brands, please. Let's see no more of that.
Not in this heat.
Oh,
Definitely
God,
not in this
my
heat.
God. Let the G's just aren't going to cut it in this heat, are they? Paul, have you got a hankering for Hammond? What's going on?
A hankering for Hammonds. It sounds like Peter O'Hanra. I'm on the 61st floor, windows on the world. Angus Kinnear is having a cheese and cream pie. Don't even know what that means. Yeah, like Ed, I'm not really that bothered. But as Warren says, the phrase there, that's what you used to think about referees, wasn't it? If you don't know he's there, he's obviously having a good game. Obviously, that doesn't work anymore because they're all shite. But yeah, it is, isn't it? It is about the players, really. But it's, I don't know, a football fan's now trying to be over football by going, oh, like, we've got the best like tea lady in the league or something. You know, really, it doesn't matter unless the results are, are sort of showing that the club is working well. Because if you are bringing good players in and they're not playing well, then I don't understand what the point is with all this. That's the idea, isn't it? We need to be more Brighton and get players that nobody's heard of and then sell them for 200 million. But I don't know. I think I think, again, and I've said this before, and quite rightly so, I got piped down about it because we weren't talking about that. But we're going to be on a bit of a production line role, I think, where we bring in players in, and then if they do well, not the likes of, the Grealishes and players like these, obviously, but if you are going to find like a rough diamond and then you sell them on, we done this with Onana, didn't we? And this is what's happening. Lookman and Vlasic, we should have got a lot more money for the way they've played, especially Lookman. But then you think, it's about getting to the next glass ceiling, isn't it? And then if you have to, take a profit from a player that you've signed for, like, I don't know, 15 million. I don't even know what the going rate is now anymore. So I think it could take a couple of years of that, to be fair. And then you don't really, I don't know. It's like when Saha scored the earliest ever goal in the FA Cup. Have we scored too early? Have you gone, have you finished too high too soon and then all your players go and then you're starting again? I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Only they know, don't they?
I mean, I think Bournemouth are in that position this season, aren't they? I think they're going to.
They're going to lose.
Out that, like, you do too well, and everyone will nick your players.
But the argument with Everton is that, are we too big a club to be doing that? Well, no, because the past 4 seasons haven't said that. So you have to reset, and you've got the perfect opportunity now with triple your revenue coming in at the new round. Just do it right. There's no excuse now. Just do it right.
Foxy, anyone taking your fancy out of those 4 names?
So I'm slightly different. I'm quite excited by this, and I kind of let you into the inner workings of the Foxy mindset. So when I get myself to sleep in the evening, I have this thing where I try and clear my head. So quite often my thought process is, right, so Everton can sign 4 players, 4 frees, and just kind of work through. By the time I get to left back, I'm normally asleep. If I get through all the players, I then go to the management structure and kind of think about what they need to do organisationally. So it does occupy quite a bit of the Foxy mind space. I think to the point of being just a proper club, like we were saying before, just be a proper club. I think these people help us be a proper club. We've got the data analytics coming in to get those players at Brighton, Nick, and we never heard of, and they buy for £2 and sell for 50 million to Chelsea. So we've got that guy, so that's good. We've got people who do proper business deals in Hammonds. So he's a trading guy to just make sure we're not spending 200 grand on Jack Grealish, hopefully. And then the one I'm most excited by is Cox. I just see the sentence there.
Nothing to do with the management structure.
Nothing to do with anything. But just from an academy point of view. So we've said, well, we don't really have a functioning academy, do we? We've had a few superstars come through. If I go back to Barkley, it's too far, but like Gordon, and it looks like Armstrong's going to be like a decent player. So we've had a few really good players. We never really seem to get the all right players coming through just to kind of fill the squad out. We either get really, really good players, sell for a lot of money, or nothing. So if we can get our academy to be more functioning through Cox, then that would be really good for us just to have some kind of baseline players coming through.
Do you want us to be Crew Alexandra
Maybe not them, but
Angus, I'll move on to Angus Kinney's quote because I found it just for you, Ed. I'm delighted with the appointments of Nick, James, and Nick. Their CVs speak for themselves. This is the best bit. They are exceptional operators, hugely respected in the game, and an example of the ambition we hold as a club in ensuring the pathways and structures in place across our football operations are of the very highest standard.
I love it. Absolutely love it. LinkedIn bingo.
The only acceptable operator is a number 6 who plays the ball around nicely. That's it.
With you.
Yeah.
We'll move on. We'll move on to Stephen's question now. Who has asked, what's the strangest way you've heard of Everton news or a result? In school, I heard about us selling Ferguson because someone had a pager and the news flashed up on it. Pager, wow.
Pagers, who remembers them?
Drug dealers. It was Tony Soprano in his class.
It's basically The Wire, that, isn't it? Just everyone in The Wire's got pages. Is that? Stephen went to school in Amsterdam. Paul, go ahead. What's the strangest way you've heard of any Everton news?
You've started with the wrong person because I was looking at this question and I thought, I'm just going to move on because I don't know. Because obviously I always have my finger on the pulse. CFAX, innit?
Yeah.
Team talk. I'm trying to work out what those little clickbait. Oh yeah, ring us. And then I rang the wrong 0898 number and got.
We had a great time.
You got through the priest chat.
Yeah, I was looking at two big ones up front. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. Actually, that was an interesting one. Though, a pager. He hasn't given too much context to this. When did he leave school? Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, school kids knocking about with pages.
Yeah,
mad. Warren.
I got told about Dice getting sacked when I was in work the other month, whenever it was, and normally it flashes up on your phone, doesn't it? The instant notification, but I mustn't have had the phone on me. But yeah, one of the other teachers came up to me and said, "Oh, have you heard?" I went, "What do you mean?" And said, "Oh yeah, Dice is gone." And I thought it was winding me up. I thought, nah, you just, and then you check your phone then, and then it's all flashed up on the different notifications. So yeah, but it's like it's modern world now. It's there, isn't it? As soon as you got your phone, it's instant, and you know yourself within when it gets breaking. But yeah, I remember going back years, you'd have to wait till you got home, or like someone will flash up on your page. But yeah, that's the most recent one I can remember anyway. Dice going.
Yeah. No one was expecting that on a Thursday afternoon just before a cup final, as if cup game. Foxy.
Yeah. So I'm a Somerset lad, born in the 80s. My access to information wasn't very readily available. It was before the day of the pager. And so kind of transfer news very came through Match. Do you remember Match?
Yeah.
So I found about Tony Cottee. I think we signed a few at the same time back in about 88 through the Match edition that came out or whatever. I was probably like a month late. So that was my source of information when things happened. I remember the Ian Rush one. Do you remember that?
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it took me a month to realise that wasn't true.
Why isn't he playing? Is he injured?
Why is he not scoring? Yeah. So pre-pager, just basic football magazines giving me the updates. I do remember a bit later on. So probably when I went to uni, there used to be those club call things you could phone in that had up like a teasing strap line that some Italian person was about to join. You phone up and you realise it's Pistonia's just re-signed after. Kind of
after walking out the car park.
Alan Myers just bring you along for a bit and then you spend £3 on nothing. But yeah, slow times back in Somerset in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, find it out in a weekly periodical is quite the way to get your transfer news. Yeah. Ed?
I once had an asthma attack in the middle of the Mendips, which is a set of hills in Gloucestershire. And I was I apologise, Foxy.
It's all right. It's Somerset.
Causing an incident there, sorry. I got sort of pulled down the hill and into the nearest available sort of building just to sit down and recover, which was a pub. And as I was sort of sitting there wheezing, I sort of turned to my left and looked and seen that we'd drawn 4-4 with Man United. and that's how I found. That's how I found that out. April 2012. And I felt much better after that, I must say. I hadn't been able to talk. I'd been like wheezing and turned and went, bloody hell, that's good. And they're like, are you okay now? Are you?
The toffee shocked you out of an asthma attack. Good stuff.
There you go. The healing power of the toffees.
I was about to say, that sounds quite familiar to me, because on the same day, the Giants came to Liverpool that weekend. I also got pulled down the hill and was breathless, but I didn't have asthma. Sorry.
This just put me in mind, actually, on a sort of reverse note, of people finding out about Bin Laden's death from Phil Neville.
What?
It was a thing, yeah. So he was in there early with the breaking news, and he tweeted, "Bin Laden dead, great day."
Was he in Basra or something?
That's probably the most controversial tweet Phil Neville's ever done in his life.
Yeah.
Have you seen his account now? Someone's taken it over.
Is it James Milner?
He's not. Yeah, so it's not actually him now. I think it's some guy who supports Man United.
It's someone equally as boring.
Yeah.
So Fizz at 18 now. His bio is Myanmar 11, Manchester United, Zanzibar, North Tanzania. Joined August 2019.
Yeah.
So it's
no more chunky Kit Kat talk in that thread. I'm telling you.
No.
Right next.
Neville has deleted his Twitter, and someone else has just used that handle.
Yeah. Unless he just like changed his identity. Ian has asked. Why can't I find the questions? There we go. Hello, lads. Hope you're well and enjoying the quality weather. Yeah.
Love the heat. Love the heat.
Yeah.
If you could play any actor in any film, who would it be, and what would the film be? So any character from a film. His would be Jimmy in Quadrophenia, because he just wants to get a grip of Leslie Ash and an entry, doesn't he? It was Leslie Ash, wasn't it? I think it was, wasn't it? Ed, go ahead.
I was really struggling over this because I was trying to work out the question. Are we quantum leaping into the actor or the character?
I think he means the character, or maybe the character playing that. So Phil Daniels being,
Yeah, because that's what I thought immediately. Is like, I was thinking George Clooney, Ocean's 11. So that's like height of cool Clooney. Just being a really fun film, doing a big heist.
Yeah.
Seems like a massive laugh.
Yeah,
so I thought I'd jump straight into that. I thought it'd be great.
Yeah, cracking shout. Warren?
I don't watch many films. It's not like a thing that I do. You know, where a lot of people watch a film every week. It's just not my thing. I've got this thing about if I watch a film and I don't like it, I've wasted 2 hours of my life, and I don't want to run that risk, if that makes sense. However, one that's just come to my mind now, and I think it's a great film, is I forgot the name of it now, but it's where Harrison. The Fugitive. There we go. The Fugitive. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
of course.
Harrison Ford in it, where he's the doctor, falsely accused of murdering his wife, and wow, what a film that is! I would like to be in, because that character is so clever and so smart, and then eventually proves his innocence through his own unique intelligence. Yeah,
I'm only messing.
Oh, brilliant!
I'm only joking.
Brilliant film.
That's just made me think. Quantum leaping into an actor from any period. I think Harrison Ford, early 80s.
Oh yeah,
cool fella. Or your man off Blade Runner and Indiana Jones.
I tell you what. Do you know what? Another one that's just come to me. Has anyone ever seen The Sting with Robert Redford?
Newman. Yeah,
and Paul Newman. Yeah. Robert Redford, Paul Newman. Either one of them two, because they're brilliant in that as well. If you haven't seen it, old film, very good. Give it a watch.
There you go. Warren's Film Club right there. Paul.
Oh, mine are obvious, surely. So, defense Michael Douglas in Falling Down. I pretty much play that character on a day-to-day basis, but we just haven't got automatic weapons. I often go into like Wimpy in Birkenhead and go, does that look like it looks like there on the, and then just start smashing the place up. And the other one is, oh my God, I forgot his name now. Dead Man's Shoes. Paddy Considine.
Constantine.
Yeah, what? And that's one of the most underrated films I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is a belter.
It's Gary Stretch, who was a boxer.
Yeah.
It's just I just love the
two CV that they knock about in is that good.
What's that?
The Citroen.
Oh God, the car. Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
And all this little parts of his gang. And when he comes in, like, and someone playing pool, and like he goes up and sells, and he keeps looking over. Do you want somebody who just goes, fuck off? And again, that's just like me waiting for the bus.
So again, that's what Clorton Village does to you. Foxy.
My favourite movie, and the one I make the family watch every Christmas, is It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart.
Yes, classic.
That is a great place to live. Great time to live. He's been through the bad bit. He's now in the good bit. He's got loads of money. Got a nice house, family, wife. I'll just carry on being Jimmy Stewart, I think.
Yeah, nice.
And you get to make those great films afterwards. So why do you not?
Yeah, lovely choice. I think mine would be Matthew Broderick as Ferris Bueller.
Yeah,
I think that's
great choice. Yeah,
I always wanted
yeah.
What a guy.
Tom's favorite film, though.
Oh, it's so good.
Good movie. Yeah.
Right, some summer questions. Just as it starts clouding over here. Maggie, the perfect lolly ice for this heat wave.
Oh, great question.
And debate. I feel like this could take us the next half an hour.
Calippo. That's it.
There you go. Ed?
Oh, he is actually leaving. Okay.
Just going to get one.
It's Jeremy Piven in old school. This is me leaving.
Ed, what's yours?
That's one way to conclude an argument. I mean, Calippo is a magic shout. I'm gonna stick up for the Twister lolly. I think it's a great bit of both.
Yeah,
little bit lolly, little bit ice cream, all good.
Yeah, I think the Fab covers that base as well. Maybe not as well, but
I think the chocolate's an issue with the Fab on a hot day. I think
you're right. Actually, yeah, that is a good shout.
Because you do get it all over you, no matter what you do.
And you don't want like a Magnum or anything chocolatey on a hot day, do you? Warren?
So I'm with Ed, Twister. However, another fantastic one to have when the weather is like how it has been is the fruit pastels one. It's just pure flavour and pure cold. If you're a Tory, then you're going to have a Solero. Soleros are great. And finally on this as well, so there's certain things, obviously, a lot of I'm based in Bournemouth, based down south or just outside of Bournemouth, and I still have the odd Scouse colloquialism that I say even now. So I think I've said to you before, like sometimes I'll talk about like wearing my kecks and people around me go, "What are you on about?" I still say home and bargain because you have to, because it's the law, and people are like, "Why do you say and after home?" Because obviously everywhere else in the country it's home bargains. Yeah. I said the other day, I'm gonna get a lolly ice later. You've never said something in another part of the country that produces so many confused looks. What do you mean, lolly ice? Ice lolly? No, lolly ice. You don't have a pop lolly, do you? You have a lollipop. So it's a lolly ice. The amount I know this conversation's been had millions of times down the years, but it is obviously a Scouse thing. The amount of funny looks you get down south when you call it a lolly ice, it's just not even worth saying it. So I don't even go through the conversation anymore. Just want to throw that little bit of minor frustration that I suffer in my life. There we go.
Also, I imagine why there are many confused looks because you're constantly walking around with any kecks on.
That as well.
It's like, what do you mean, lolly ice? It's not difficult, is it? You
no.
can work it out what it is. Come on.
Yeah.
Lolly ice, yeah. But it's a lolly. Like I said, you don't have a pop lolly, do you? You'd have a lollipop. So there we go. But yeah, anyway, sorry, back to the question. I think Trista's the one. Love a Trista. I might even get one today because I haven't had one this summer so far. But I do love a fruit pastel and a Mars ice cream as well. I know the chocolate and all that, but you can't. Mars ice cream's better than the normal Mars bar as well.
You're gonna make a mess on a really hot day, though, aren't you? With that?
I know, but it's just too nice, too tasty.
If we're going into the realm of ice cream quickly, I'm also giving a shout out to the white Magnum specifically.
Oh, that's elite. Yeah,
that's elite.
Do you eat the chocolate first and then the ice cream next, or do you just bite into it the whole thing?
Yeah, chocolate first. Yeah,
I eat the chocolate first.
Top half of the ice cream, and then bottom half.
Ice cream. Yeah.
Bit by bit.
I'm not happy. So for the ice lolly. Lolly ice. I tried to get it the right way, and I was waiting for the text to come up to work out the right way to say it, and I fucked up. Solero. So just for Warren.
So he says ice lolly and Solero.
I'm a southerner. What do you want?
True.
Yeah, but honestly, I would go Magnum. Given the choice of anything, even a hot day, I go Magnum. Because I'm not a complete Neanderthal. I eat it the way down. I don't take the chocolate off. I'm over the age of 5. I eat it steadily, working my way through.
See, this is
But
why
my kids will take the chocolate off first, and then they'll lose half the ice cream. It's madness.
Foxy
Particularly when it's hot.
sass level of Mailbag by 100% every time he's on. This is why I get Foxy on, just for the sass. I love it.
I eat the stick first, then I eat the ice cream.
You and Dave.
You eat the stick last, you weirdo.
No, and Warren, you don't have to go all the way down to the south coast, by the way, to get confused looks. I'm only in the Wirral, and when I ask for a chip balm, they say, "You mean batch?" No, what is a batch? I don't want 27 balms. I just want one.
Well, you don't get one; you get a batch. Anyway,
What's the right word? Is it balm?
Batch.
Let's not get into this one.
Yeah,
my wife,
It's getting very Facebook now. Let's not do this.
my wife's from Paisley, so there's a whole load of dialogue from Paisley that's different to everything else. You guys, and then where I'm from, it's very, very confusing for me.
Yeah, basically, you go anywhere and ask for the chip backy, and you'll get one.
Just quick honourable mentions on lolly ice shouts. Freeze pops, the little 10p freeze pops. They're probably about 50p now, but 10p freeze pops. The rockets. Do you know the rockets you get from like farm foods or somewhere? They're like the lemon orange and something else. Yeah, them. And also the other one is the bubblegum swirl lollies. Do you ever get them? Yes. You know, the ones with all the mad colours on them? Them.
Nice. Yeah. Just before, to Ed's point, to do go full Facebook and talk about how good the bin men used to be. We used to call freeze pops ice pops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
Ice poles or ice pops.
Call them freeze rods, which is weird.
Yeah.
What?
Ice poles. Ice poles, ice pops, or freeze pops. They were the 3 acceptable names.
I'll tell you what I did get the other day and yesterday. It was an absolute delight. The freeze pops, but the cocktails. So they got alcohol in them. So
no,
I've had those ready in the freezer. Popped out a frozen margarita.
Game changer.
Oh, glorious.
That. Foxy, wait for love.
I'm eyeing it up now. We'll be soon.
Right, quick music round. Toffee Nose has asked, what's the song you most associate with hot summer days? We'll just rip through these relatively quickly. Warren?
Spiller, Groove Jet, featuring Sophie Ellis-Bextor. Hit summer song of 1999, I believe. True summer song, that.
Yeah. Good shout. Paul?
I'm going to play mine very quickly. You'll recognise this from the title credits of Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Ooh.
Can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
Hold on.
Oh, I can hear it now. It's
Summer Madness.
Yes.
Sampled by Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff.
I'm sorry, not sampled. Stolen.
All right, okay.
Stolen.
Summertime. Shut up! Just leave the instrumental. And have you heard his new single? He needs to grow up. I look pretty girls. He's about 60 years of age.
Yeah, I refuse to listen. I saw. Was it Rita Ora doing some weird dance? She looked odd.
I don't know.
I saw
a lot of celebrities look odd now.
Yeah, she looks strange. Ed?
Mine is Let Your Love Flow by the Bellamy Brothers.
Oh, yeah. Good shout.
Oh, class.
Yeah.
From F is for Family.
I have no idea.
What?
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Redbone, Come and Get Your Love. Sorry, totally different song. That's from F is for Family, Bill Burr's.
I think Let Your Love Flow is a song everyone recognised. It was big for was it Barclays ad 10 years ago or something?
Yeah.
But ever since I was a little kid, I think it got loaded onto my first MP3 player, and it's just been a song that I've put on when it's dead sunny and just strutted. It's such a nice summery song.
Arta Belter. How many songs were on the MP3? About 15.
It could fit 55 songs.
Oh, incredible!
Wow.
Oh.
5 good albums.
We lived through the Stone Age, didn't we? I mean, I literally did, but
I felt like I was living in the future. 55 songs.
We were queens of the Stone Age, Les.
We were. Still are. See, at that point, I think I just bought a main disc player and was fuming that it was obsolete already. But anyway.
Did you ever hear of a Sony Vio player? They used to play FLAC files, which were better quality but smaller, more compressed. So I used to get about 2,000 on that. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Is that the Betamax VHS version of MP3s?
No, it's just like it was like I don't know. It was like what are they called? What was try and think of something that was Boss, but then obsolete very quick. Like a Walkman, basically, but a digital Walkman.
Ed, what are you going to say?
Oh, go on.
I was going to say most of our signings in the last 10 years.
Sorry, Foxy.
Sorry, give us a song. You don't have to sing it. But... Foxy, are you there?
Yeah. I thought Paul was still talking.
No, your song.
All right, so for me, it's TMS. So I answer my own question most of the time. Test match special. So the cricket outside in the garden all the time.
Yeah.
Again,
Nice.
family are very lucky to have me as a husband and father. But the cricket will be on this afternoon. I'm not playing any music. Just listen to that. That is summertime for me.
That's fair enough. That is a good shout.
Yeah, I'm backing you entirely on that, Foxy. TMS on a hot summer day, absolute perfection.
With a Solero,
I agree.
Solero Prosecco. What more do you want?
You definitely get Lords with an MCC tie on, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Mine is the Lotus Eaters, the first picture, and also Some of the First Time by Bobby Goldsborough, who people may not have heard.
No,
you know it.
I love songs like from Mars, like from left field, as you know, because I just hate conforming. So
this is Bobby Goldsborough, not left field. Sorry.
Very good. I see what you did there. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, basically, my dad always used to play it when I was a kid in the summer because it mentions his birthday. He talks about 30th of June, which is my dad's birthday. So my dad always used to play it in the summer when I was a kid. But when you listen to the lyrics, it's either about some teenager who got his hold with an older woman, or some older woman who nonced on a teenager. Depending on what way you look at it, that's what happened. It's a lovely story, though.
So it's like, Catching the Rye.
Yeah, that kind of caper.
A little bit.
We'll move on. So David has asked, following Foxy's magic finger, which we all do, who and when, where would you like to see someone tangoed? I'll come to you first on this. Mine would be Pepe Reina when that lot had the Istanbul penalty shootout. Oh, if only. As you said, Ed, you put him right. It was Dudek, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
But like you said, both. Pepe Reina's tango moment was Andy Johnson in the 3-0, wasn't it? When he tangoed Andy Johnson.
He also got the beach ball, didn't he, Pepe Reina? So I think he's been dunked on a fair bit.
He also got sent off on his final ever appearance in professional club football, didn't he? At the end of that season.
Yeah. Is he the most tangoed player of all time? We're gonna have to work this out.
Who are you going with that?
Jim Ratcliffe.
Oh,
I mean,
Jim Ratcliffe.
I'm going with Jim Ratcliffe. Like, if you want a proper answer, Manio, please go back to the previous mailbag where Paul Daly just unleashes on him and that entire operation. It's gold. You'll enjoy it if you haven't seen it already. If you've seen it already, go back and see it again. It's gold. But I'd love to tango Jim Ratcliffe.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Shock on his face. Do you reckon he'd just disintegrate?
Yeah, I think he'd shrivel up like a little prune.
Yeah.
But I'd do it with like supermarket owned brand Tango just to let him know I've saved some money.
I appreciate that, yeah, for sure. Warren.
So he says in the question where and when, who would you like to see tango? So I want it to be a single carriage train from Manchester to Liverpool on a 30-degree hot day where there's only standing up space available. And Stephen Mulhern gets tangoed right in the middle of it.
Yes. I've no problem with that.
That's fair enough. Stephen Mulhern's your sort of Jordan Pickford in relation to, if you're going to mention someone, it's probably got to be him, isn't it?
on Mailbag, yeah.
Foxy?
Yeah, kind of similar theme. I think like anyone with pomp and circumstance about them who's doing a thing they think is impressive, to take him down a peg or two. So when Trump was doing his march by last week, he's kind of standing on parade, saluting his troops who really don't want to be there. I think that'd be quite a good opportunity to level peg him a bit. And probably there's a whole load of people you could put in the same batch to do similar things. I'm not sure with Trump you can really see a colour difference going through, but
I mean, if anything, yeah.
Yeah, so anyone of pomp and circumstances has a massive ego, like the two that you just mentioned. I think it'd be a good opportunity to bring him down.
Paul, list, haven't you?
Oh my God, it's just who I don't hate anyone. Hate's a strong word. Despise. I don't know if that's worse than hate, but hate just sounds worse, doesn't it? Definitely, because of what's been happening on the mailbag chat as well. Definitely, James Cordon and Robbie Williams together. Like, I don't know, in a parallel universe where my music is good and people actually know who I am, and I've already two-footed Angry Ginge.
It is good.
And he's gone, right? So this is a Jordan Soccer Aid, and I'm the captain of the rest of the world, even though I'm from England, because I don't like England. So I've already two-footed Angry Ginge, but weirdly enough, I got enough of the ball, I've stayed on. And Robbie Williams and James Corden, I'm clean through, and whoever's in goal, let's just say it's Woody Harrelson again from 20 years ago, whenever he played, and he's just like having a drink, and they're like coming towards me to try and stop me. And who's that? Who's his mate? Jonathan Muppet, whoever that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's all right. Him actually, I don't mind him because he was Robbie Williams' best mate, wasn't he? And then as I'm like Megan Williams, and I say to him, I know that you settled out of court with that Irish lad who you stole angels off, and you gave him £8,000 paltry, but have this right through his knee. And then Tango is and James Corden's heads together. But sadly, I missed the open goal. So yeah, all's well that ends well.
Yeah, I think mine would just be Keir Starmer every minute of his miserable existence. Definitely. Dan, just got back from a few days in Bilbao. Would recommend if you've never been. I've heard a lot of good things about Bilbao. Meant to be incredible. Where he ate his way through a load of pijos. Which brings me to ask, what would be your favourite topping to have on a piece of bread or toast? What a question. I'm here all day for this. Foxy?
I'm quite boring with this. So I probably have the same thing every day.
It's not boring. It's just routine. It's fine.
It's routine. So I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of toast. So my standard pre-breakfast is toast, a bit of spread. Do you call it spread?
It depends what
you. Is that a southern word or is that a? Can we?
It's a spread rod.
Yeah, you can use spread. And then a bit of laughing cow, then a bit of pickle. But the core and the key is pickle. I think you can have pickle in the same way that Mr. Downey would go for salad cream with anything. Yeah, I think you can have pickle with anything. It elevates pretty much any meal, any substance, any fruit, any vegetable, any light prosecco. Pickle is the compliment of choice for kings. Yeah,
so like Branston. Okay, yeah. So
Branston pickle.
Prosecco with a side of Branston.
There's literally nothing that will beat that.
Foxy, this is our hot girl summer. Let's make it happen. Ed,
I'm a huge bruschetta fan. I make it when I make it on any warm weekend, so I'll be making it today. So for the uninitiated, ciabatta bread, very lightly toasted, not too much. Chopped tomato, red onion, basil, parsley, tiny bit of oregano, olive oil, balsamic vinegar. Job done. Delicious.
Oh, sounds wonderful.
I'm coming round to yours, defo.
I'm making enough for everyone. Don't worry about it.
Paul, what are you having on toast?
I can't have bread anymore or coffee because I've got a food intolerance. So I'm quite frustrated about this because I love cheese on toast. And I used to love the Twitter cheese on toast debate as well. And I'm fantastic. But it's, and I know it's bread, but it kills me stomach. But when I went to Budapest last year, I had Langos. I don't know if you've ever had that. Just Google it, and it tastes far better than it looks as well. And it's just like I don't know. It's like flatbread, but like a pizza. But it's absolutely incredible. It's like, so you can have any toppings you want. All those toppings you mentioned there, Ed, you could have them on Langos, and it would probably, just increase the value of it. Honestly, just go to Budapest and have some. There's no point in having it here. It's absolutely amazing. So that's the only bread that if I could have, I would have that forever. It's amazing.
Do they have Branston pickle in Budapest?
I don't know if it's Branston, but I would imagine they do have pickle. Yeah.
I'm in.
I've just looked up Langos, and fair play. That's a fantastic shout. It looks wonderful.
Oh, it's amazing.
Deep fried flatbread.
Yeah, even better than it looks. Even better than it looks. Sorry.
No, just saying, deep fried, it makes everything better. Oh God, does.
I know. It feel like you're going to Glasgow, yeah.
Yeah. Christ, yeah. That does look incredible. Warren?
So I've just looked up pinchos because I didn't know what they were, and my word, they look phenomenal.
Doesn't it?
They look so tasty, yeah. Do you know the way every so often, Les, the question will come up and I'll give you a little bit of a weird answer. So I remember once I told you were asking about coffee, and I said about how I like maple syrup in my coffee.
Yes.
With frothy milk. So I don't know if this is quite as weird, but I love raspberry jam with banana on toast.
Okay. I can see how that works.
I don't know if that's a strange thing for anyone, but Nani Toast. Does everyone used to get Nani Toast when they were younger? Or was that just me?
Love a bit. Toast, I know what you mean.
Love a Nani or a Nani butty, but banana on toast with raspberry jam. It's exquisite. So yeah, that's my choice.
Yeah, so I will go there. Peanut butter, banana, and honey on toast.
Oh, peanut butter. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't like peanut butter.
And,
honey, I absolutely love honey.
But
honey's great, yeah.
Cheese and Cholula hot sauce all day for me.
Mm.
Winning combination. Yeah. We're going to finish with Maggie's. Oh, who do the best barbecue, by the way? The answer's Keith. But can we move on?
Wasn't it out the 4 who we've just hired? Because it's Nick Cox. If it's out of
it's got to be Cox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm going with
Foxy loves it. Fox and Cox.
There's a ring to it, isn't there? I like it. Yeah.
Oh wow! Well, I'm not going down that path.
Les, have you ever had Paul and Dave on together? I imagine that's a nightmare for this.
Oh God, yeah, horrific. So finish on Maggie's Round Up. Which member of the Blue Room is sitting in a paddling pool right now with pints? It's 10:27 as we're recording, Maggie. But I mean, it's never too early for a bevy. But anyone paddling pool there, Foxy?
Yeah. No, there's one in the garden now, so I'll be out later. It'll be happening. It won't be piped, so it will be prosecco, white
Pickles.
wine, rosé, red wine, all served with pickle. Yep.
Oh, once you've been to Ed's, Foxy, I'm coming round to yours. Okay. This is my one. The styles of the summer. What should we be wearing, and can we style it with a bucket hat? I'm just a bit like, back it in. But
Leslie Dope and the bucket hats. Actually, if you had a tribute act, that's what it would be. Leslie Dope and the bucket hats.
Oh no, it'd be and the bucket hat bastards.
Oh, wow.
Be a punk band. So all I want from this summer is for like fellas to stop wearing clothes that are too tight. Okay, you can get clothes to fit, so don't be wearing like really, really tight shorts where your phone and everything else bulges out. Just get some that fit. Nice fitting t-shirt, especially your gym lads. They have a tendency to wear stuff that's way too tight. Look, we realise you've got muscles and that, but there's a time and a place to show them off. It's not walking around Sainsbury's in a skin tight t-shirt, lads. Just grow up. So that's all I'd say. There's some nice fitting gear out there. Get yourself a nice pair of slacks. There's some Uniqlo have got some great slacks. Get them. Yeah, wear them with anything. There you go. That's it.
You just bought shares in Uniqlo, haven't you?
I think so, yeah. The Ed McCosh experience. What download app would you most like to mosh to at Big Hill Dicko Stadium?
What a question that is, by the way.
Yeah.
So much great stuff. I was at Download last weekend. Absolutely brilliant. Always a great time. Someone asked me how it was, and I explained to them that I was assailed by the heat, absolutely ruined my knee, got a horrible cold, and I got so much dust in my eye that I scratched my retina and had to watch Green Day through one eye. And they went, "That sounds terrible." And I was like, "No, you don't understand. It's brilliant."
Well, sorry, Ed, I was just going to say, the guy who dressed as Jesus, that was my cousin's mate.
That's fantastic. Oh, that's great. I also saw Keith's son, Jack, on the big screen.
Oh, amazing.
Which is great.
What was he singing?
I was hoping seeing crowd surfing, but which Download act I have? Mosher, Big Hill Dick. I mean, it's got to be a big band. I'm a huge Metallica head, so if they ever come to Hill Dicko, I'm gonna have to do horrible things to get tickets for that. Green Day would be fantastic, and I think everyone would enjoy Green Day. I tell you, the set they did last week was absolutely astonishing. Probably best gig I've been to.
Yeah.
And there was one moment. Bear in mind, last Friday down in Derbyshire, it was roasting, dry all day, dust in the air, all sorts. So Green Day come on, doing their set halfway through. They get to Wake Me Up When September Ends. Beautiful song, has the line in it. Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars.
Oh, for God's sake!
Billy Joe sings that line. Starts raining.
Whoa, biblical.
Starts raining.
You were going to say that as soon as you said it.
It was magical. People were in tears. It was astonishing.
Oh, man.
You sure it was tears or was it rain?
Yeah, bit of both.
Yeah. That is some moment, that, isn't it? Like,
honestly, it was chills. I had chills. It was great. So if we can do that, Big Hill Dicko, and if I can smuggle in vodka in a fake suntan lotion bottle like I did at Download, then I'll be happy.
Like it.
You're going to get searched now, but hopefully we'll have that Portsmouth steward outside and you'll be fine. You've just said there, Ed, that you'll do absolutely anything to get Metallica tickets. If Iron Maiden played, would you bring your daughter to the slaughter?
Very nice.
That's an Iron Maiden song, sorry.
Yeah.
Warren, Mr. Warren, say, what's the first thing you're going to do when that final bell of term rings? Are there any rituals you have when closing down for the summer?
Do you know what? It's weird. Whenever I get to the end of term, I find it a bit weird because you have day in, day out where you're just interacting and speaking with people all the time, and then it just goes from that to nothing. And I struggle with it for a day or two, but then, I realise I've got weeks off, so I'm fine with it, and I managed to come to terms with it. We do actually at our school every last day of the year we do a cultural dress day, so people can wear whatever represents or what they think represents their culture. So we've got a bit of a diverse school actually. So a lot of kids dress up in the different cultural heritage dress and different things. It's actually really, really nice. But last couple of years I've been wearing some of my baseball gear, so like some of the jerseys and stuff, and walking in and wearing my uniform, walking into school and stuff in it. But this year I'm going to be wearing this season's home kit. It's got to be done, hasn't it? Got to wear this season's home kit as a mark of the last season of Goodison. So I'll be wearing that. I might even put my scarf on and try to replicate that last day a little bit, the last day scarf we got. So I'll do that. But then normally the rituals are we do a little staff gathering outside, and we say our goodbyes to the people who are leaving and stuff, and they normally put on a few beers and a few Prosecco's for Foxy and stuff as well. So we just sit in the sun and have a little drink for a couple of hours before everyone goes home and enjoys the summer holidays. So that's what we'll be doing. But yeah, it's 4 weeks. 4 weeks we've got left, and then it's the summer holidays. So yeah, counting down the days. Yeah,
that first beer tastes incredible, doesn't it?
Oh, it's mad because this isn't why I do it, obviously, but I used to have jobs where I got hardly any holidays, and then a couple of weeks time I've got 6 weeks off, which is amazing. So yeah, very much looking forward to it.
Cracking, well earned as well. I always say this: teachers don't get enough pay for what they do. You get 6 weeks off in the Right. But the amount of work that you do during term time is outrageous.
I only work 9 till 3. Don't know what you're on about.
You're aren't you, Scott? You don't.
Warren, I'm sad that you're not going to, as that dress up like the on the last day. You're not going to dress up as like a magician and then host an impromptu game of catchphrase like your hero, Stephen Mulhern.
What? Dress up like an estate agent. I've missed the chips next to me.
Will you be going? You going shorts and socks as well, Warren, with the kit?
Oh, wow, yeah. Full kit, you know what? Yeah, definitely.
Shinnies as well.
I might do shinnies, yeah. I might do.
Sneak some pyro into the school. How do you reckon that'll go?
Oh, shall I? Shall I just do it? Oh, do you know what? I might just do it. I don't care. Who's going to tell me off on the last day? Do you know what I mean? Just have a picture like that. Why not?
Foxy, your one. Foxy's Fizz. The best way, I think we've already covered this. The best way to drink Prosecco. Tasting notes. Ideal levels of bubbles, ways to style it out when it goes up your nose.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in terms of the nose thing, I could do the old Keir Starmer clenched jaw, same as the Trump lad does clenched jaw from taking too many illicit substances, perhaps, and kind of style it out that way. But in terms of tasting notes, we've been through this. Pickle is essential. Different types of pickle: small pickle, big pickle,
Piccalilli.
Piccalilli. That's an extreme. Pickle warm to various levels, really cold pickle, slightly room temperature pickle. There are it's such a diverse thing to have with Prosecco.
So when you say Piccalilli's extreme, if you crack out the Piccalilli, does Lynn turn around to the kids and go, "Oh, your dad's got the Piccalilli out"?
Yeah. He's gone too far. We need to seek an intervention here. Can I ask Ed? Can I ask Ed a question? Can I ask you about your T-shirt? It's been on there.
Yes, I did see that before.
Well, I mean, thank you, and it is thematic as well. This is a nice one for all the Simpsons.
Put your mic down, Ed. Connie, yeah.
Sorry, yes, forgot about that. It's thematic on a T-shirt. It's a good one for any Simpsons heads out there as well. It says alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Oh, Ed, well played.
I was ready.
And Paul, finally for you, 3 tracks, please. Late June jams. 3 tracks you think should be all played this summer at insert chill garden barbecue here. Just give us 3 of yours if you want.
No, I'm trying. I don't know. Yeah, but see again. I don't. So chilled songs. Well, hang on. I done a mix for you, didn't I? Which was more chilled. So
you did. It was good.
So thanks, mate. But yeah, you play that. Why stop at 3? Play that mix. That I'll put it on my SoundCloud and then put it on like wherever you need to put it, and people can see what they think of that. Don't stop at 3. But if you want other
the time constraints, really. To be honest, you're all bloody day. I'm just trying to find.
No, not now. I'm saying.
There we go. What did you put on it? There we go.
Porter's Head, Right, Bonobo, Sebastian Tellier, Charlotte Gainsbourg, Jamie X featuring Romy, Marabu State featuring Holly Walker, Justice. Did a lot of featuring in that actually, and obviously they're just the artists. So I'll upload. I'll put that on SoundCloud. I don't know if I've already done it for you.
Yeah, you have.
But yeah, they're like chill ones. But there's loads of like, my God, it's hard to
just go. 3, go.
Any 3.
Oh,
hang on a second. Well, you've got to have no chill in this, by the way.
No, just 3.
Satisfaction by Benny Benassi, Meet Her at the Love Parade for Dahul, and Cafe Del Mar, Energy 52. Because they're ones.
Do you know what? That was worth the wait. Paul. They are 3 unbelievable songs. Then.
Yeah, you picked out 3 bangers to finish. And we've just tipped over the hour mark, so we'll call time on Mailbag this week. And luckily, it comes to the end of the questions as well. I am actually away for the next 2 mailbags, so I think Dave's going to take over. But as ever, oh yeah, yeah. So strap yourselves in for that one. Yeah, as ever, thanks to everyone who sent questions in. As I say, the show just wouldn't exist without you, and I'm always appreciative of it. And I'm also appreciative of everyone coming on. Warren, Paul, Ed, and Foxy. Thanks again for spending the Saturday morning with me. That was a lovely mailbag. Yeah, enjoy the summer, everyone, and we'll be back. I won't be, but someone will be back next week with mailbag.